Hey everybody, Happy New Year 2024. 2024 is here and I am excited about what 2024 will bring. Open doors that we're going to walk through, new territory that we're going to take claim of. So I am excited about 2024 and I hope you are too. Today I want to talk to you about the mindset. Changing the way you think. You know, I've been looking on social media and everybody seems to be excited about 2024, posting their goals and things they want to accomplish in 2024, starting a new business, buying a new home, saving more, investing more, real estate. Everyone is just excited, posting about what they're going to do in 2024, and that's great. And all of those things, yes, we should be doing and pursuing. So that's great. But if you don't have the right mindset, if you're not thinking correctly, as soon as a challenge arises or difficulties, then you'll forget all about those goals and you'll quit. So today I want to provide you 7 tips to help you change your mindset. Here on this channel, I like to educate, motivate, and inspire you to excel in life. So again, I'm going to provide you 7 tips to help you with your mindset to change the way that you think. Changing the way you think is very crucial to experience the positive outcomes and experiences that you want in life. To obtain the goals that you want, you gotta have the right mindset. So tip number 1 is self-awareness. Self-awareness and acknowledging. You first have to be self-aware or acknowledge that, I do speak kind of negative. I do say negative words. So first of all, acknowledge it. So once you acknowledge it, and then you can start to watch the words of your mouth and begin to speak positively. So you want to watch the words, watch what you say. If you're believing for a home, then you might find yourself saying, I'll never be able to buy a house. I don't have the down payment. So you got to first acknowledge it, acknowledge that you do speak negative sometimes. So once you acknowledge it, then that'll help you to watch the words of your mouth. Okay, that's tip number 1, self-awareness, and acknowledge the negative words that you say so that you can work on watching the words of your mouth. Tip number 2, positive affirmation, a positive statement. Say what you want in your life. Speak positive words. Say what you want. The more you say it, the more you believe it. So if you're believing for a new home, say it every day. I'm believing for a new home. I will be in my home by the end of the year. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to take the necessary steps that I need to take, and I will be in my new home by the end of the year. So you have to say what you want. Positive affirmation, positive statements, okay? That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, be grateful. Be thankful for where you are. Instead of reflecting on what you don't have or what's not right now in your life, be grateful for where you are. Sometimes you have to reflect back. You might have been in a situation last year and you didn't know how you were going to get through it, but you got through it. So sometimes you have to reflect, to be grateful, to look back on situations that you were in and you got through it and you're here today. Be grateful for where you are and where you came from. So being grateful also helps you to stay in a positive mindset, okay? So that's tip number 3, is to always be grateful. Tip number 4 is dismiss or challenge assumptions. So stop assuming. So you're assuming this and you're assuming that. Actually, it's nothing but lies, and it's talking you out of what you want. Just say there's a promotion or a new position that you're believing for on your job, or you want on your job. And instead of applying for the position, and then you'll just assume where they're not going to hire me for the position. I don't have the experience. I don't have enough experience. I don't have the qualifications, or I don't have the degree. So now you're just talking yourself out of it and not even apply. And so you'll never know if you'll get the position or not, because you've talked yourself out of it by assuming. So you have to challenge assumptions and stop assuming. So challenge assumptions and don't just assume, because it's going to keep you from pursuing or doing what you need to do. So challenge the assumptions, okay? Tip number 5, learn continuously. You gotta learn. You gotta keep learning, forever learning. Learn from the challenges that you may be facing. Learn from mistakes that you've made. You gotta look at your challenges, look at your mistakes and say, how did I get in this situation? What am I going to do to get out of this situation? And what am I going to put in place so I don't go back again into the situation? So learn continuously, learn from your challenges, learn from your mistakes so that you do not get back into those mistakes again. So learn continuously. Tip number 6, see yourself successful. That is so important. You got to see yourself. Not only are you speaking it, but you got to see it. Sometimes you just have to get in a quiet place and then just start imagining. Just, start seeing what you want in your life. See yourself successful. See yourself with the new home. See yourself with real estate. See yourself investing. See yourself with what you want in life. See yourself saving, and your savings account is where you want it to be. So you got to begin to see yourself successful. Spend some time in the mornings or in the evening, whenever. Just get into a quiet place and start meditating. Seeing yourself where you want to be. Seeing yourself successful. That is so important in changing your mindset, because you're going to begin to think different. When you see yourself one way, in a positive way, then you're going to start acting that way. So see yourself successful. And finally, tip number 7, surround yourself with positive people. You want to be around people that's going to push you. People that's talking like you're talking, speaking like you're speaking positive, speaking those things that you want positively in your life. Surround yourself with people that's going to push you, that's going to encourage you. The Bible says iron sharpens iron. So you want someone that's going to sharpen you and say, go out, you can do it, you can get it. So surround yourself with successful other people. People that think like you think, or want or pursuing things in life to better themselves, then those are the type of people, those are the people that you want to be around. Successful people that's thinking positive, pursuing goals and dreams. Surround yourself with those type of people. So again, briefly, I'm going to go over the 7 tips to help you change your mindset. Tip number 1 was self-awareness. You got to first acknowledge that you speak negative. So in order to change, you got to first acknowledge, I do speak a little negative. I do speak negative words. I'm acknowledging it so that I can change it. Tip number 2, positive affirmation. Speak positive words. Watch the words that you say. Always speaking positive words that are motivating you and encouraging you. Tip number 3, be grateful. Be thankful for where you are. Don't discount where you are right now. Even if it's not where you want to be, be grateful. Look back on things that you've came through that you didn't think you would, and that will help you to continually to be grateful, to stay thankful for where you are. Number 4, dismiss or challenge those assumptions. Stop assuming and talking yourself out of moving further. Tip number 5 is learn continuously. Learn from the mistakes that you made. Learn from those challenges or situations that you in. Learn from those so that you won't go back again into those same situations. Tip number 6, see yourself successful. You got to meditate. Go get to a quiet place and start visiting the canvas of your imagination. Start seeing yourself the way that you want to see yourself, the way that you want to be. See yourself successful. See yourself better than where you were last year. And finally, tip number 7 is to surround yourself with positive people. People that's going to push you, people that's going to encourage you, okay? So surround yourself with positive and successful other people. You know, changing your mindset, changing the way you think, it's not easy, but it can be done. It takes patience and it takes consistency. You got to do it over and over and over. And after a while, you'll find yourself, when someone says something negative, you'll be like, don't say that. Because I will say it in a minute. If someone says something negative around me, I'm like, no, don't say that. Because you don't want that in your life. So visit these 7 tips daily. Remind yourself of these 7 tips so that you can continuously change your mindset, protecting the way that you think. And when you protect the way that you think and you're speaking positive words, you're gonna see things change in your life, and you're gonna start seeing yourself pursuing and having those things that you want in life, those things that you're believing for, those goals that you want to achieve. When your mindset is right and you're thinking correctly and you're watching the words that you say, then you'll start to see those things happen in your life. So I hope these 7 tips were helpful for you. Make sure that you visit these 7 tips, write them down, put them before you, and make sure that you're watching the words of your mouth, so that you can have what you want in your life. Change the way that you think, and it produces positive outcomes in your life. I hope this information was helpful. Let's get it.